So I just got in Viltrox Ninja 10B to review, and it's a very interesting light. It's an 120 watt bi-color light that has a Bowens mount and is pretty portable, not to mention it can be battery powered. Now, this isn't the first light Viltrox has sent me. They sent me their original Waylight Ninja pretty much over a year ago, and I'll get into the story later on in this video, but this Ninja 10B is a much more improved light than their original Ninja lights, and I'm very happy to talk about it today. So when it comes to specs of the light, yes, I already noted it is an 120 watt light, which is really great for the price range that it's in. It's pretty much competing with the 100X from Amaran, and it's slightly cheaper. It also has an app for wireless control, so if you have a bunch of lights within Viltrox ecosystem, it makes sense because then you don't need a DMX controller. You can just use your one phone to control all of your lights. It is bi-color, so you'll be able to use it in a wide variety of different lighting environments, which is part of the reason I was really excited to use it. I've been using it as my studio light to light products. Also, I've moved it to light myself. We're using it here in this video. It's actually way more light than I need here in the studio. Using it in the field, I've been able to use it on documentaries, but it really depends on when I have control or complete control over the entire lighting of the room. If I can get the room to pitch black, then I can actually use this Ninja 10B as a key light. If I don't have complete control of the lighting, then I typically use this Ninja 10B as a fill light. The light also has a lot of things that most of the modern lights are getting, like effects and whatnot. I typically don't use those, but the biggest feature for me is the fact of how small this light is and the fact that it can be battery powered with an optional accessory. Now, I happen to have the accessory from back when they sent me their Waylight versions of the Ninjas back over a year ago, and it's actually the same power accessory. It's made by Waylight, but Waylight is owned by Viltrox, so it is the same accessory. I'll put a link to it in the description below, but essentially this accessory lets you take MPF batteries and then hooks into the power input of the light, and then you get battery powered lighting. The battery pack also has an input for 5-volt USB, and I've been able to use it to charge the batteries, and from what I understand, you can power the light through that as well, but I haven't been able to get it to work properly, as whenever I plug it in, the light's been funky, so I've really just been using it more to charge the MPF batteries in that little caddy. Overall, this light is a huge step up for COB lighting from Viltrox, so here's time for the story. Sent me their Waylight Ninja 200 and 300 over a year ago. The Ninja 200 and 300 were 80 watt daylight balanced and bi-colored lights, and they were really cool because at the time they were the smallest COB lights I have ever used. However, there was one huge issue that I had with them, and it's the fact that it uses a proprietary mount. You can see when you put the old Waylight Ninjas next to this new Viltrox Ninja why they did it. It definitely made the light a lot smaller. However, it did limit the light, especially because I use all Bowens mount softbox lighting accessories. So I had to use their adapter for their original Ninja light, and the adapter just didn't work well and it couldn't handle a lot of weight. Whereas on this new Ninja 10B, the Bowens mount is solid. I can use really heavy modifiers and not worry about them falling off. When that was an issue on the older lights, and it was actually one of the first products I ever told the company, look, I know I had your product, I know I said I would do a review, but I just can't do a review. It's not something I could recommend. Whereas you're seeing this video right now, I do highly recommend the Ninja 10B. That's part of the reason why Viltrox reached out to me to see if I thought that this new light was an improvement, and it absolutely is. It's not just an improvement from having the Bowens mount, but it also has a higher output. It's 120 watts versus an 80 watt light. So you're getting closer to competing with the Amaran 100D versus competing with the Amaran 60D. So who I would recommend this light for? I think if you're a content creator making YouTube videos and you need a key light, I think this light will absolutely do it for you, and it is a little bit cheaper than getting something like the Amaran 100D. For corporate documentary filmmakers, as I said, if you have complete control of the lighting in your room, then you could totally use this as a key light. I think the majority of corporate and documentary filmmakers will probably use this as a fill light, and so what's interesting is as companies like Viltrox make more of these lights and they have a lot more options, options. It's nice to have different lights within their ecosystem, so you can have different lights in different parts on set, whether you want to have it as a key light, a fill light, a hair light, whatever you want. It looks like Viltrox is trying to heavily get into the lighting game, so it's interesting to see where they go from here. If you have any questions on the Ninja 10B, make sure to put them in the comments below. And if you got knowledge and value out of today's video, please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell to keep up to date with the latest videos from the channel. Till next time, my name's Geoff Fagien. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next video.